Stop! You have to stop me!
3 days from now, the Fire Princess and the Ice Princess would fight for their lives. Above the ancient bridge, a giant black crystal appeared in the dark sky.
Look above us!
Something was moving inside it. Deep inside the crystal, a silver eye slowly opened.
What is that?
Neither princess knew what was watching them. Then, a dark figure appeared above the bridge.
You started this war.
It was old, powerful, and full of secrets.
We didn't.
The two princesses looked at each other in confusion.
Then who did?
If neither kingdom had started the war, then who had? Fire Princess versus Ice Princess. 3 days earlier, everything had looked peaceful in the Fire Kingdom. But that peaceful morning would soon change. Strange blue-white snow began falling from a clear sky.
Look! The snow is burning! It's disappearing into steam! What magic is this?
When it touched the warm streets, it disappeared in little clouds of steam. The Fire King saw the strange ice in his palace courtyard.
The Ice Kingdom has attacked us.
He believed the Ice Kingdom had attacked first.
Fire from a clear sky?
But far away, the Ice Kingdom was facing the same mystery. Strange orange snow was falling over its crystal towers.
Never trust the Ice Kingdom.
Never trust the Fire Kingdom.
For 1,000 years, fire and ice had feared each other. Children in both kingdoms grew up hearing the same warning: never trust the other side. But Ember did not want to believe the old stories.
I need to see it myself.
That night, she secretly left the palace to find the truth.
Something is wrong.
At the same time, Elara left the Ice Kingdom. She followed the frozen river toward the ancient bridge. The silver bridge stood between the two kingdoms. No one had crossed it for many years.
You are the Fire Princess, and you are the Ice Princess.
That night, the two princesses finally met. They had been taught to fear each other, but neither knew the real reason why.
Stay away from my kingdom. You stay away from mine.
Their old fears returned. Fire appeared around Ember, while blue ice formed around Elara. Then, their magic collided. Fire and ice filled the night with a powerful burst of golden and blue light. When the light disappeared, something strange remained.
What is that?
A small black crystal floated between them. Then,
Keep fighting.
a mysterious whisper came from the darkness. It wanted the princesses to keep fighting. A black bird with silver eyes flew across the moon.
That bird!
It dropped a strange black stone and disappeared into the night.
Did you do this? No.
For the first time, Ember and Elara began to doubt their old beliefs. Maybe the other kingdom was not their enemy.
Ember!
Suddenly, the ancient bridge cracked beneath Elara's feet. She lost her balance and fell toward the dark river.
Hold on!
Ember reached for her without thinking. She caught Elara's hand and pulled her back from the edge.
Why did you save me? Because I don't want you to die.
Something changed between them that night. A small act of kindness began to break 1,000 years of fear. Behind the broken bridge, they discovered a hidden cave.
What is this place?
Ancient symbols covered its walls, and a strange golden light came from inside.
This is strange.
At the end of the cave stood a giant stone door. It had 3 symbols: a flame, a snowflake, and a black moon. When fire and ice touched the door together, something magical happened.
Together.
The ancient door slowly opened. Inside the chamber was an ancient magical book.
It's showing something.
Its pages began turning by themselves. The book revealed a secret that had been forgotten for 1,000 years. Fire and ice were never meant to be enemies. Then,
You finally found me.
dark smoke rose from the ground. A mysterious figure appeared above the ancient book. The book showed them the truth. The strange fire and ice attacks had never come from either kingdom. The Shadow King had created the attacks to make fire and ice hate each other.
Your hatred gives me power.
Their fear and anger gave him his power.
Fight each other or lose everything.
Now, the princesses faced a terrible choice. They could return to their old fear, or they could trust each other.
I choose trust. And I choose you.
For the first time in 1,000 years, fire and ice stood together. Their greatest strength was no longer their magic, but their trust. Golden fire and blue ice began to move together. Instead of fighting, the 2 powers became one beautiful crystal flame. The Shadow King had never seen such power.
No!
The darkness around him began to break apart. The crystal flame struck the black crystal. Cracks spread across it, and the darkness exploded into thousands of glowing pieces. Then, everything became quiet. The darkness was gone. Only soft golden and blue light remained. Far away, the fire and ice armies were ready for war. But a giant wave of golden and blue light crossed the sky, and every soldier stopped. Ember and Elara returned to the Silver Bridge together. For the first time, they were not enemies.
The other kingdom never attacked us. We were being controlled.
The truth was finally revealed to both kingdoms. Their ancient hatred had been built on a lie. The weapons were lowered, the old war banners disappeared, and the people of fire and ice finally stood together. A new city grew beside the Silver River. They called it Crystal Valley. where warm golden lights and blue crystal lights lived side by side.
Look, it's still there.
Ember and Elara discovered that their magic had changed. Fire and ice were no longer symbols of division. They had become symbols of balance. Above Crystal Valley, the two princesses watched their new world grow.
We were meant to create balance.
At last, fire and ice had found peace together. Everyone believed the darkness was gone. But deep beneath Crystal Valley, one small piece of the black crystal still remained. Something ancient was still waiting in the darkness.
Not yet.
And it was not finished yet.